going to tell you a story tonight about one of my favorite places in town. It's the Friends of Libraries and Literacy bookstore. You know where it is. You've seen the big, bright-colored flower garden painted on the side of the wall, and you know that it's a great place to get cheap books. But did you know that it's coming close to 50 years, and it's got a wonderful history? My husband and I moved to Midland in 1992. We had purchased Pages and Prints bookstore. I got involved at the library and the Friends bookstore. The Friends were famous for their once-a-year big book sales. They were down at the old county fairgrounds building. We would sell anywhere from 20 to 30,000 books. All year long, they would be gathered up, put in boxes, carried out and stored in a warehouse. All of this, of course, was done by volunteers. Some of us, and I was one of a delighted group, I would take 1 week vacation in October so that I could get ready for this wonderful book sale. And we would take all these boxes of books and we would spread them out on tables that often had splinters and were a bit creaky, and we would get ready for the hordes to arrive. It would open on Friday evening, all day Saturday. But I think perhaps the most fun time was Sunday. Because you see, Sunday, there were still books everywhere. And we either had to get rid of them, throw them away, or pack them up and save them for the next year. Sunday is when the crowds would get in line, but they would lean over to the side of the lines to look for the tallest person with the longest arms who was checking out books. You see, the books on Sunday were sold for $1 a yard. A yard is the distance from your nose to the end of your fingertips. But if your yard is only 30 inches long, why would you check out in a 30-inch yard when you could get somebody who could hit 40 or beyond? People loved it. It was just as much fun as it was a great investment. You see, we were providing books that people had donated. Those of us who did that as a regular event or just took a week's vacation to get ready for that big sale, we too were passing on to others. And when we were cleaning up after the sale was over, my heart always felt good. Many years have passed. The Friends of Libraries and Literacy became a separate entity, not part of the Midland County Public Library, perhaps 20, 25 years ago. And we got a bookstore. Yes, that's the bookstore I told you about before that has the flower garden painted on the wall. Our books are all donated. Sometimes they come through the slot in the back. Sometimes they come in pickups, loaded to the hilt with cases and cases of books. Sometimes a little old lady will carry a little bag, sometimes even an old purse, and set a few on our front desk. But our books, they are donated. They are the gifts of people. What we do with them, though, is to make sure that those books have another life. Friends of Libraries and Literacy Bookstore has as its mission to provide books and literacy to people all over Midland and Odessa, and even throughout West Texas, and to provide books where they're most needed. Philanthropy doesn't have to be big dollars. It just has to be a sense of giving and passing on things to others. I'm going to tell you where some of those books go. 2 years ago, they went to libraries across West Texas that had received no funding from their counties for books in their libraries. No funding for 2 years. Each of those libraries got a pickup load of books. Some we boxed up and they picked them up. Some they came and they selected them. They used those books to have summer reading programs in the small towns. And we thank you, all those of you who donated books that we were able to send on to small towns and libraries that simply didn't have the opportunity. Let me tell you another place. Have you ever wondered how people in the jail spend some of their time? They can read books that come from our bookstore. We box up books for the jail, and they're picked up by sheriff's deputies every few months. Those are free, and we provide all different kinds. And if there's a request, we'll try to provide that specific request. Other places where books go are to food bank distribution centers. I work with 2 of them. One place has 100 families and another one has about 80. So that while they're waiting to pick up their food, they can go back to the table and they can choose books for themselves and their children. I wish that we could send them far more Spanish books than we ever have, but we send them what we can. But oh, those ladies look so excited when I come in with a couple boxes of books. Your gifts have made it possible for us to give to those who can't afford the books. We also give books to literacy projects, to provide rewards for language learners who are moving from one space to another. But you think, well, I've paid money. I buy books. What happens to my money? Well, I can tell you for sure, it does not go to the volunteers. Even our management staff doesn't get paid. We get soft drinks and we get little taquitos. Mostly, we get the opportunity to serve our customers 2 days a week. And when you buy the books we have, after we have paid our utilities and our building repairs and other necessities, that money goes out in literacy projects all over Midland and Midland County and the Permian Basin. We support projects at the library. We support projects in some of the schools. We support projects that bring books to summer reading programs, and we pay the postage for shipping books overseas to military bases. The next time you are looking for a place to clean out a pile of books, think of us. We have a book drop and we have a smiling face that stands at the garage door on Wednesday and Saturday mornings to unload your car. Think of us when you want a book, because a book that you buy from us will go far and will touch many lives. Most of all, why am I a volunteer there? Because I love to read. I love for my mind to explore, and I get my ideas from books. Those are the gifts that I personally can give to my customers as I make recommendations and they ask me for information. Those are opportunities that all of us who work there are grateful for, and that is the ability to share our gift of reading with all those who come in our door and come by our garage. Continue to support the Friends of Libraries and Literacy Bookstore. Thank you.